What's up, everybody? This is Arnaldo. We're back here after the Sony conference for GG's A Mouthful. A nice little recap of the conference. With me, as usual, is Mr. David Santos, who has
GG!
GG! And of course, Nelson Martinez, our technical guy here. And we're gonna try to break down what the hell just freaking happened in this dang conference.
Well, let me tell you. Speaking of breaking down,
Talk to
you know
me.
what Sony did here? All right. So this is our representation of all the other conferences.
Yes.
And this is Sony right here. So this is what happened pretty much.
That's
No.
your phone, so by all means. I gotta say, a very strong conference overall.
Very good presentation. Very solid.
And classy.
Lineup. And classy.
Because of that orchestra.
The symphony.
Yes, very classy.
The symphony. You might say, as I was telling you before, that you remember when you guys used to turn on your PS3s and you would hear this symphony preparing? Well, it was preparing for this. For this moment right
That's
here.
Right. So I just want to real quick before we even start going into this amazing lineup that we just saw. Overall thoughts. I'll start with Nelson. Overall thoughts of the conference.
There's a lot of good stuff coming out. I'm excited. Should we talk about it? God of War.
Oh yeah. Just
So God of War.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah. Go ahead.
Huge fan of it. Played the originals all the way. Then when they remastered them, played those. I didn't get into the one that was for the Vita.
Oh yeah. The smaller ones.
Yeah.
Son of Sparta or something like that.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. Graphic wise, the games look good. So yeah, they
came
they
out
hit a
strong.
home run there.
Sir, just overall opinions. What do you think on the conference?
The conference, like I said, there was back-to-back showing of great games, great titles that a lot of people were waiting. Like I anticipated, like I told you all the time, I said it all the time, they were gonna show The Last Guardian, and not only that, they were also gonna show a release date. I don't know why you were giving me crap about.
I think our viewers are smarter than that. They know what the hell's going on, sir. That is one of my predictions, and we'll find out right now if I was right. First off, yes, orchestral opening, and music started, and certain gentleman right here picked it off. It's like, ooh, that sounds like God of War.
That sounds like God of War.
And then
I was like, no.
boom, God of War pops out, and then boom, Kratos pops out, and it's like, whoa. He's obviously older. He's got the
beard.
the man beard going.
I don't think that's the same Kratos though.
I think it's Kratos.
I think
bro.
this is just them realizing like, hey, we can't make a God of War without Kratos, but we don't want to
So
extend the Kratos lineup, so they
I
just
think
created
that's
a character
Kratos. No.
that looks like him.
No other Spartan
No.
in any of the games ever looked like Kratos.
He's unique.
He was the only one. Who
Yeah.
had that
But so are we saying that is this still on the?
So remember what
Same
caused? Do you
mythology.
remember what caused the white ashes?
Yes.
Okay. So this happened to somebody else. Then is what you're saying?
I know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
this is a reboot because they're calling it God of War. They're not calling it God of War 5.
True.
That's a good
So,
point.
do you think it could be a different story?
I think it could be a different story altogether. You know, this the previous God of War that never happened, or that's in a different universe. I think
no,
this
I
is
don't
the
think it's
Spider-Man reboot.
No, I don't
Okay,
think.
I think
so do you think it could be Kratos was the like Greek mythology?
Yes,
God of
I think
War.
that's Greek
so this one's now like the
The
Nordic
Northern-
Viking.
yes.
type
And I'll go as
God of
far as
War.
say, you remember how Kratos? His typical weapon? Is his
Blades
chain?
of Chaos,
Blades
yeah.
of- Yes, he doesn't have that here.
Right.
He doesn't use that.
He may
He
have
has-
lost them. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he lose them at the end of God of War 3?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's.
yeah.
Comment
below
Yes,
if
call
you guys
into
know.
a number that we don't have
And
prepared
if
for
you guys
you.
think this is actually a complete reboot or if it's a sequel or a prequel, I don't know what you're expecting.
I think it's. I don't think. I don't think it's a sequel. But I do think that's still Kratos. I do think everything that happened to Kratos still happened.
Then it's a
This
sequel.
is him. I know.
That's the description of a sequel.
True, but it's still gonna be a reboot because it didn't feel like God of War at all.
I think they just needed to have that
Except
iconic
for that,
character.
except for that
It's like,
those massive moments
think of-
where he was the quick time event thing going.
think of Mario. Think of Mario for a moment. Would you say that everything that all those Marios are the same, a sequel of one another, or would you say it is the same character having? Think of Link
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Zelda. Think Zelda.
I would say
Link.
I was. What happened, sir? You find something?
No,
Oh,
but I see where you're going with the Mario.
Yeah. All the
See,
Zelda, I think, is a better.
let's.
if
I
you
would
look
say
at Link-
Zelda is probably
Yeah.
a better
Yeah.
thing because those have coherent stories within
Yes.
within their Super Mario Brothers doesn't really have
But
coherent
what I'm
stories.
saying
It's
is that
like
they
weirdest thing.
they need the iconic look of the character, because otherwise people will be like, well, this is not God of War.
Well,
You know? So
here's
we need
the
to have
question.
the Kratos.
The question then is the kid the new God of War?
I think so.
I don't.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Okay, so this is if it's gonna stick somewhat to God of War, that kid's gonna die.
Oh.
He's gonna get
Well, now you
angry.
just got morbid.
What? You saw
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beginning.
God of War is very
he's,
morbid.
He's
Yes.
knocking this. What is it? Whatever that thing is. He's knocking his horn out, beating him to the ground.
Yeah.
So the kid's gonna die. He's gonna get mad.
Oh God, no! This is a prequel.
So,
Apparently.
so that's what I'm
God of
thinking.
War
That's
Zero.
what I'm thinking.
Okay. I want to know if you guys realize how awesome that axe was. It was very like Thor's hammer like. He
Yeah.
called it back after I mean that was again Norse mythology. Norse mythology, that's part of obviously Thor's out of Norse mythology. I think it looked amazing, but it did not look like your normal God of War.
No,
It
no.
did not. It felt more I hate to keep bringing this comparison up, which I'm probably going to bring up pretty often.
Oh,
here.
I
It
know
looked
where you- I think I know
very
where you're
Last of
going
Us.
with
You know,
it.
it looked very a slower paced.
Yes.
It looked.
Except the fight. I mean, when you
No,
saw
the fight
that
still
was
was God of
fighting,
War.
it was
Yeah,
very pure God of
that
War.
was very yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they started with that one. That was really awesome.
Yes.
And if it's more story involved on a God of War, you sold me.
He was very peaceful. He was very calm. This is what makes me think this is not Kratos again. He was.
This
just
is
so
Kratos
calm.
at the end of his life cycle going, I'm done. I don't need to be anything else. I'm going to pass my powers on along with this axe to
man.
this kid.
You guys know I'm right. You guys know this is not. This is a guy named Kratos, just like Mario is a guy named Mario, but each game is
So
different.
I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going there. I'm just going to say one thing. Why is his skin have the ash white thing?
Because he needs the iconic look. Otherwise, just for that.
So some just got, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
just
we'll
some
go
guy,
with that.
You know, they paint themselves like that in Norse.
Yes, that's
Is that a
very.
place?
Yes, I don't.
He's
not a place.
actually
That's
a
a.
Nordic cosplayer. Is what he is.
Oh, he's a. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly.
He's a
There you go.
cosplayer.
He's cosplaying
As Kratos.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Kratos.
He just didn't fix the beard because he
Yeah.
left it out too big. Okay,
No, you
that makes more sense.
Well, I mean, if you have a beard
believe
like
that.
that, who will cut it, right?
Yeah.
Just-
Exactly.
Just as our.
Exactly.
Our bearded correspondent.
Yes. And so right after that, by the way, they just slammed. I mean, they just kept going. Just it was nonstop. Sony Bend. Sony Bend finally released what their game or showed what their game is. Revealed it. Days Gone. It's again very Last of Us setting. Very post-apocalyptic setting. What do you think on that, sir? What did you think about that game?
That reminded me of that movie, the
World War Z?
World War Z.
Yes, very,
yes. A lot of zombies, and I know zombies have played out.
Are
and
those
this and that.
zombies?
Well, either that or infected people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say because they
We
were
can just call
falling,
it-
they were falling pretty quick to some shots, so I don't think they
so
were
they're
zombies.
Yeah, that's true.
So this-
we can put them on
What do you
the same
think?
category, almost.
This is what I'm thinking. If Sans, I'm thinking Sands of
Time?
yeah. Okay, so if Sons of Anarchy and The Walking Dead had a baby,
Oh God.
it would be this game.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, that was very. The guy was very biker-like. The whole team or his whole people looked that
Yeah.
way.
I like it
Yeah.
again because the kind of Last of Us.
Yeah.
It
I
was the
know,
last one,
there,
yeah.
it's
So-
very good, yeah.
Is that what
but
we're
that-
asking for? And like Last of Us
I
kind
guess
of
so,
game?
apparently.
But I like the fact that they're easier to kill. Like he wasn't picking them off with headshots.
Mm-hmm.
He was just kind of mowing them down, torso.
That's
and
why I
they
don't
were
think
just
they're
falling.
zombies. Yeah, 'cause it's like if they're zombies, they're not
This
gonna.
strength
First of all,
was
they're
more
moving.
in numbers.
Yeah, that and
Yeah.
they were moving extremely quick for zombies.
Yes.
Which World War Z, I know that has that in there, but that was the only thing prior to anything that had zombies move that fast. So, I think it looked really good. It's been gestating now for what 4 years since Sony Ben has said anything. So, I think it looks pretty good for the amount of time.
Yes, yes. They spent
there
some
was
time.
no-
They showed some gameplay, and I went from like, oh, okay, this might be something, to okay, this merits my attention. I need to know more about this game. It looks damn cool.
Well, it looked pretty good. I enjoyed that. Right after that, we have The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian was shown again. No,
All
no
right.
actual gameplay. They went to show a
Where's the
little bit of
crow?
it.
Where's the crow? I'm about to start eating the crow. Right here.
Release
Set it
date
up.
October 25th, 2016.
A release date.
A
I think,
release
wasn't
date.
that one of your?
And this is a one whole point, my friend, in my thing. That was my prediction. They did it, and they gave a release
They
date.
got a release date
We got
for
to see
well,
more.
finally.
Yes, after that's
Yeah.
been about 14 years now.
It's getting delayed. Mark my words.
For the record, do you care about it?
I care not a whit.
What about you, sir? Have you ever heard about it until today?
And I didn't hear about it until now.
Until now? Okay. Well, it's been maybe 14 years is exaggerated. It's been at least
13.
10, 12 years. Yeah. It's been they announced it was following up a PS2 game. And it was coming to PS3. All of PS3 came and went.
Yeah.
We still don't have it. So and then finally now they just showed it again. They showed it again last year and then here we are. They have finally a release date. So yes, that's happening and I'm buying it regardless of anything. Then they showed some new gameplay for Horizon Zero Dawn. Nelson, you've not seen that till today as well?
Right. I'd never seen that.
Well, we've seen it before. What do you think of it?
It looks interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around
Yeah.
the concept because it's
Yes, it took us a while too.
Robot.
yeah, you're hunting robots
Yeah.
with like primitive tools.
Yeah.
But
Well, not 100% primitive, but go ahead.
right.
Yeah.
No, so it's very futuristic primitive,
Yeah, it's a
which
weird
is kind of
mix.
like Star Wars. It happened far, far away.
Yeah.
A long time ago. So
Yeah, she dares to call them primitive. I'm thinking like if she's calling the robots primitive.
I think she was specifically saying that to that specific robot that she took out.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
'Cause she
not her
used
bow
to.
and arrow,
She used to.
or her vest, or the way she was dressed.
She does have this earpiece that you had mentioned that actually it's almost Bluetooth like actually and it has information and everything. It's quite the mix and
Yeah.
it looked pretty good. It looked very
I would like to know what happens in that universe, but the more I see about that game, the more interested in get it. And I love this gameplay actually because
Yeah.
for the first time you see like HUD and map and a sense of this universe and how you're going to engage it. So they got a release date for that, didn't they?
not that they mentioned it was delayed
It was
to
delayed for
February
next
of next year.
That's another game for
Yeah,
February.
February of next year. Yeah, I know a lot. We're gonna have so much to play in February.
Intense.
I don't know what we're gonna do with ourselves. I'm very looking forward to that, and I'm glad they show more gameplay so you can kind of see, especially since you haven't seen it before. And then they went into Quantic Dream reveals actual gameplay for Detroit Become Human. You didn't see anything before on this.
I don't know how I missed this. You said it was shown last E3.
It was
last
shown.
year's E3.
It was last year's E3, I believe. Yes, it was
There
last year,
was some-
or maybe PS.
Because I recall, I
PSX.
remember being very impressed by the tech demo of the game, supposedly on PS3
was called
hardware
Carry,
back in the
right?
day, Carry or something
Carry,
like
it
that.
was called Carry, yeah.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
It was a
And
tech
then,
demo,
but that was just a tech demo. I figured, okay, so they're just trying. They mean what?
Quantic Dream?
Quantum Dream. They're just working on, they're just playing around with new tools, and to know that not only became a game, but it became a game about many choices, apparently, and possibly
Very
a lot of
branching,
many
yeah.
ramification, branching, different endings. Well, that's what.
Well,
it
that's
is,
yeah.
possibly.
That's what I mean. If you didn't play Heavy Rain,
I play a little bit of Heavy Rain.
did you ever
yes.
play Heavy Rain?
No.
All right. Well, Heavy Rain had the possibilities of you can everybody can make it towards the end, or you can lose everybody. I mean, and nobody wins. That was a type of game. The only
It gives
problem
me
is
stress to play
the
those games.
the only in truth, and this I guess maybe a small spoiler. It's very hard to lose people. Like you have to seriously just put the controller down, and then maybe you know what I mean. It's not that drastic. Hopefully here they'll do it a little better. What did you think about Detroit Become Human?
See, I don't like a lot of games that you actually have to interact with and that alter the story. There are some games that are okay, like, for example,
Mass Effect.
yeah, Mass Effect. That
Yeah.
depending on how you played it, your ending was different.
Yeah.
But there was only a limited amount of endings, right? Here, apparently, there's like all these endings. One of them, like at the end, he knows what his name is, and now I feel like that's gonna make him more of an AI. So then that could change the story even more because now he's like self-aware or something.
Yeah.
So is it they become overwhelmed because of the choices, or are you worrying about the outcome of each of and every little choice you make?
Yeah, that's my thing because there's so many little choices that you can make. It can drastically change the
Alter,
game.
yeah.
Where at the end I could be like, this game sucked because this ending was like terrible.
Let me go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Like another game, the Walking Dead, the Tall Tale.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Telltale
the
Tale.
one.
That was like full of choices, like pick up this item, don't pick up.
Yes.
Say this versus that.
This person will remember that.
Yeah, and you're like,
Whereas,
why?
Or like as Uncharted, for example, it had some of that, but the story ultimately
Was not affected
still
by it.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It was not affected by
So
it.
you advocate more for like a linear, like just tell me the story. Don't make me make my own story. Just
Right.
tell me a story.
Just tell me.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as devil's advocate, that I've been pretty much all evening.
Yes.
No one's played The Witcher 3, unfortunately, because someone here doesn't want to freaking play the game.
No, I want
there are
to, I'm gonna
many-
get to play the game.
There are many branching storyline, many decisions that you can make that do ultimately alter things. The game is so long that the chances of you playing it more than once are highly unlikely. I mean, I played it through all three, and I'm not going to do it again. So whatever storyline I got, I'm fine with. I'm not going to spoil it here, but I will say that the ending I got wasn't expected, but I still loved the journey. And if Quantic Dream can deliver something, yes, maybe it's not the ending I want, but maybe that's the story, and that's my story, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, if it's a sucky ending, I guess you're gonna, probably not be happy with it. But
We're just
What
gonna
do you
turn
think?
off your mic at right now. Just,
okay, never mind. I guess it's just me.
No. Hey, I'm a big fan of having branching stories and seeing how things will be, be different. But sometimes, like if you see the demo, in that demo, you have a hostage situation, and the hostage was a kid, a little girl, and she was about to be drawn by this like rogue android. So you have, depending on your choices, if you make a wrong choice, that little girl could die, and I don't think I can live with that. It's like this. You know which game I'm going to bring up? The choice. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but oh my God, the girl that's a photographer.
A photographer.
Yeah, you played it.
Beyond Good and Evil.
No. You played it. It was one of those Square Enix. Was it?
Oh yes. Oh gosh, from Don't Nod.
From Don't Nod, exactly.
I forgot the name of it. Go ahead. It'll come back to me.
Well,
That was tough. Those are tough decisions.
Those are
Yeah.
choices that are really difficult.
Life is
Really
Strange.
difficult.
That's the name. Life is
Yes,
Strange.
I was
yes,
just about to Google it.
One of the most horrific. I mean, horrific in the sense of I was so nervous of every choice I made in the game.
Yeah, that was actually pretty stressful.
What's it called?
And I got
Life is Strange.
Oh, you gotta play that. Life
Yeah.
is Strange. And I get to a point where it was a situation where the choice that I picked had a heartbreaking.
All right, don't say no more.
I was thinking,
Don't say no more.
But that was my story.
Yeah.
It could be different
It could be
for
completely
everybody.
different, yeah, it could be different for all.
And that game, unfortunately, is full of those.
So, and so they also announced
Play
that.
Life is Strange, bro.
Yeah, play
Definitely.
it. Play it, yeah. They also announced that Detroit Become Human will have a PlayStation VR experience. They showed a lot of games that had PlayStation VR experience, believe it or
Well,
not.
what do you know?
I know.
It's like they're trying to sell their PlayStation VR.
I think so. I think so. By the way, PlayStation VR, I'm going to jump real quick to it. October 13th of this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's getting it?
$299, $399.
$399.
I'm getting it.
You getting this
I
one?
think after. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well.
I thought you were asking the upper table.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say after the lineup that they show games that are gonna be on the launch window, because that's what they're gonna refer it as. It looked impressive. It looks like okay, these
Those look
games
good.
look like it has a definition that is good enough for me to be like, okay, so these are not tech demos. These are actual games that I could see myself playing. I think even some established games like Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, it was actually listed of a bunch of them. I can
Well, actually, I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
Yeah,
go.
give
I'll
me
let
one
you go
through
to the list of the games.
Well, yeah, it was just, well, first off, are you into VR? Is that
Yeah,
true?
it's so yes and no, because there's that element of realism where that's right there. So if something pops out, like I know you're gonna run.
Yeah,
through it real
yeah.
quick.
Oh no, I'll tell you right now. Resident Evil. Well, real quick, Resident Evil 7, which I thought it was going to be a reboot, but Resident Evil
amazing.
7 was shown, and holy crap, that
That's a
ish
PlayStation
looks scary.
VR
Okay, and
experience.
you can actually play it as a PlayStation VR experience.
Yes.
And apparently
It's like, nope, I'm not doing that.
Nelson is not into that.
If you know me, I will take on a huge pit bull before I do anything paranormal. And the fact that this is strapped onto
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you're seeing like stuff with a little flashlight. Nope,
Yeah,
that's a big old nope.
yeah.
Which means you have the headset right here also. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
headset's
yeah,
like
yeah.
right
No,
Oh,
exactly.
yes, they have a
Oh, my
full,
goodness.
They said that full PlayStation VR experience, meaning the entire game, is what I assume they mean.
That is amazing.
Plus, you're able to play the demo for Resident Evil right now. It's available
It's
on
available right now.
Yes, right now, PlayStation.
I love that this conference seems to have gone back to the days of this is the game, this is showing. Oh, and by the way, the demo is available right now. If you want to play it, just
Just
start
go for it,
downloading
yeah.
it. Microsoft used to do that, or they did that with their first 360 E3s. Mm-hmm. It was showing that like Lost Planet came out. I was like, so ecstatic. I was playing a new game like right there.
It's
that was
difficult
shown.
now for them to do full games, though, because I mean,
But they did it on quite a few occasions on this E3. It was kind
yeah, some demos. Then they jumped over again. This is all VR. Farpoint was the game that was revealed, the new IP. I gotta be honest with you, I had so much going on. I forgot what Farpoint looks like. Does anybody have any idea?
Should have something here soon.
Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, it's, so much
Farpoint.
happened after that I suddenly I'm like, I forgot what Farpoint was.
It was something like this.
Oh, okay, yes, very Dead Space.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
okay.
I remember now.
Yeah, that looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, you would say, yeah, it looked like first person shooter. Mm-hmm. And kind of Dead Space.
Kind of Dead Space like, which I want another Dead Space. So they showed that, and then they went into Star Wars and showed the Star Wars X-Wing VR mission for Star Wars Battlefront. Anybody have Battlefront?
I have Battlefront.
Not interested in it? You're gonna have a PlayStation VR.
I'm gonna have.
You're gonna- you have
yeah,
Battlefront. You might as
obviously,
well.
I'm gonna try it, and I'll probably be like excited. Go, woohoo! Yeah, this one multiplayer mission.
One mission. That's all that's
that's
available there. Then, real out of left field, Batman Arkham VR
Yes, that was completely unexpected.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all.
From Rocksteady.
from Rocksteady.
From
Yes,
Rocksteady.
yes. What can it be? I mean, it was a video. It was a trailer, but it didn't show any gameplay.
Oh, you heard the Joker.
Oh, you
right?
heard the Joker.
Yeah,
You heard
we
that,
the
but
Joker.
I don't know what the game can be. I don't know how you do this.
Is it a brawler? Are you like throwing punches and kicking?
Do you see the bip, pow, boom?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm thinking, how would they make that game like
don't know.
VR?
Maybe detective mode, but that's really
Yeah.
it.
Actually,
Yeah.
detective mode, yes.
Actually, detective mode in VR, that sounds actually pretty hot. I'm not even gonna lie. Actually, they gave a date for that too, October of 2016.
Let's remember, this is still controller based. I'm thinking, oh, am I gonna be throwing punches? No, none of this.
No,
are gonna
definitely
be
not.
that immersive.
But it can't be.
because-
It can't be
yeah.
that fast paced because you can probably get pretty dizzy in VR.
Well, yeah, you can use the moves, I guess.
Maybe. More PlayStation VR. They showed Final Fantasy 15 again, a new trailer.
Another one that was kind of unexpected.
What, the PlayStation VR for that?
Yes,
I didn't see it either. You get to play as Pronto.
as Pronto, that's his name. Pronto.
That's his name. Yeah, that's cousin of Tonto. So,
Quick, I did a game, Pronto. There it is.
do you even play Final Fantasy games?
I haven't played Final Fantasy since the PS2,
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
so it's been a while.
Did you see the gameplay on this? What do you think on the 15?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It's yeah. It's
another
another.
long
They
game.
showed it pretty much throughout the whole day, but this time they brought it back and said, "Guess what? We got PlayStation VR as well on that," which shocked me. Another shocking event.
Is it shocking?
I wasn't impressed when I first saw the trailer, but Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay revealed.
That was a shock. Come on, man. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, that looked pretty freaking good.
All right. So I can't wait to get home and start watching all the YouTubers who were immediately dismissive. Hey, myself included. I kind of like the first time I saw that trailer.
Oh, the first
I
trailer
thought
did
it
not
was good.
sound.
No. Sorry. You know what? I'm not gonna include myself because I said that trailer was fine. It was all right.
You like the music.
Yeah. I even like the cover of the song that was playing.
The music, yeah, you like the music.
Which
yeah.
a lot of people hated. You know, there was a lot of hate, and of course, once we saw Battlefield revealed, all the attention went over there. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I don't need another Call of Duty. This is it. Now we see this trailer, which is like full on space battles, and you get into like ships,
ship,
and
yeah.
you fly them, and you're like, I mean, if that better not be on rails.
I don't know. We'll never know until we try it.
That's it.
They're gonna probably be playing it on the show floor. We will know quickly if that's on
I
rails.
want to hear what, because if you're actually going on ships and you're attacking like dogfighting, and then you get out of it and you go on full Call of Duty style. Dude, that's like what Star Citizen is trying to do on a major scale, of course. But I could be fine with this. And then on top of that, if I pre-order, I get Call of Duty 4, which also looks amazing.
Yes, that also looked great. The remastered of that, sir, Mr. Captain General Battlefield, Mr. General Battlefield. What do you think of the Call of Duty gameplay? Sidebar: he is a big Battlefield fan.
Yes.
But this is not Call of Duty, don't worry. This is more
I got a
sci-fi.
tattoo right here. So.
That is a Peter Moore. Peter Moore with that.
I have my chevrons from.
Tattooed.
Yeah. I mean, it's so Call of Duty every year comes out with a Call of Duty, and I feel like they try to push the envelope by introducing new things, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's still Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Okay.
Did it look good? Yeah, the gameplay, the graphics look good. I like the fact that you can grapple onto things.
And people.
And and there's that cool melee effect where you can, almost like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Scorpion,
Scorpion. Very
Get
Scorpion.
over here and
yeah.
just like, okay,
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then I feel like they try to do too much, that it gets like really busy, really fast. And then
I've always
it's
loved
like
that.
ADD where you're like looking at everything.
I've always loved the Michael Bay's of those games. Where there's explosions everywhere, and then you're falling down, and as you're falling, you're shooting, and it's like, hey, I don't like Michael Bay movies, but somehow that Call of Duty Michael Bay's one always gets me.
I understand, but I was severely impressed, and I guess because I had very low expectations because nothing in the original trailer. I was like, oh god,
yeah,
you know. And then the song, I'm sorry, I didn't really care for the song choice. Not that it was a poor song. I mean, it's a good song, but I was just, oh no. And then the Battlefield trailer comes out, and I'm like,
Well,
now
David
this
Bowie's
is what I freaking want. And then now I see the gameplay, and I'm like, okay, apparently they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
And on top of that, then they showed the remake or the remaster of Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and it looked like they really worked on it. It wasn't like the PC version ported to the PS4. They actually like up the textures, up the look of it. Like they could release this. This could have very well have been like another. Well, I don't think that.
So, yeah, they're gonna
Maybe
release
not.
it by itself. Yeah, they're going
think?
to. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is not gonna be a next year's title. That's what I mean.
No.
I was gonna
no,
say,
no.
this could have very well be like next year's title, but of course they shouldn't do that.
No, they're not.
No.
Yeah.
But as a little thing, as an incentive
For pre-ordering,
it's amazing.
that's
Yeah.
definitely. So Call of Duty looked pretty freaking amazing. I'm
And
sorry,
we
sir.
can't believe we're saying that. Actually,
I know.
I feel dirty.
Yeah, I
feel
feel
dirty
wrong
saying
saying it, but and then another remaster comes out, Crash Bandicoot. After all the rumors,
Take a break.
so I don't know who's been. I mean, it's amazing they're doing it. I mean, I guess I think it's the story behind the game more. That's
I think
what's
a lot of
going-
people-
what it is. I think people are going to remember what Crash Bandicoot is when they finally get the remastered versions. You know, because there's going to be part 1, part 2, and Crash Bandicoot Warped, all remastered, all re-released.
One of those games that people know that they enjoyed when they were kids, but playing it now, you're gonna realize.
Did you ever play Crash Bandicoot back in the days?
Yeah, I played it. I mean, the nostalgia factor's there.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I played this growing up. But I don't know how they can really improve on it.
And they're just going to remaster it at this point. The only actual new thing that they're doing is including Crash Bandicoot in the new Skylanders, and he looks pretty cool in that. But
So in Skylanders and in Uncharted 4?
Huh?
Who was the one that they showed on Uncharted 4 that you play? That's not Crash Bandicoot?
that is
Yeah,
Crash
the-
Bandicoot, yeah.
Yeah, so they included there too. So he's
Yeah,
he's making a
yeah.
comeback.
But that's still the game. I mean, that's nothing new, except for the fact that it's on there.
You
but-
get to play Crash
So yes,
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot is back and in full force.
Yeah, full force, apparently.
Speaking
The
of force,
marketing machine. Oh, wow.
Star Wars Force Awakens, the Lego edition.
Yes. I'm sorry, sir.
Now you can leave now that this is that now a switch over to him because
I am getting this game. I'm not even that much of a fan of like Lego type games, although I really like the Star Wars, the ones they made for Star Wars. I didn't like that they tried to expand and they did like Batman, DC Universe and Marvel, I think, and Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. But the Star Wars, they were very comical. They were very easy, to play with, like,
pick up and play with a kid.
yeah, exactly, and just dumb fun.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's,
Collectathon also.
I'm just gonna ask. No, not even a little bit.
Well, see, this is
Probably not
what
expensive
I
for
like.
us, I mean.
I like, for example, the Lego Movie had a lot of Easter eggs that were for adults.
Yes.
So if that is in the game,
Oh, it is.
It is.
It is. They
I'll
usually
play it. I'll play it. I'll play
yes,
it.
yes. I wish they would include, if they would include the original Star Wars Lego games. That'd
Like
be
the
awesome.
original?
Yeah. Suddenly you
Oh.
have the collection.
Maybe. I don't know.
They were good.
That's a lot. No, I'm not saying they're there, but there's a lot of them. I'm not sure they're gonna include all that in one. And so from there, we finally see Hideo Kojima unshackled. No
Hideo
chains.
Kojima, it's a Hideo Kojima game.
Oh yes, his game called Death Stranding. So it looks like
Wait,
he
is
did
it Death Stranding or Death Standing?
Death Stranding is whatever. Maybe he was standing.
Was it Stranding or
I don't know.
Standing?
We'll look it up right
can
now.
we fact check that? Because I mean, Revengeance. I wouldn't be surprised of him calling him Death Stranding.
Yep, Death Stranding.
Stranding,
As in
yeah.
a stranded death.
I'm gonna go
Not
ahead
sure.
and make a quick edit here. And we'll be right back.
So, first thing I want to make sure you guys notice that there were more crabs in this particular trailer.
Yeah.
More crabs. There's just been crabs all freaking weekend. I'm not sure why. But Norman Reedus is back. You may not know, but you know him from The Walking Dead. There was a partnership. I'm not sure what they're doing, but there was a partnership between Kojima and Konami and Norman Reedus. They were going to make a game. They released a playable trailer. They dubbed it PT, which showed that it was going to be a horror game, basically.
Well, yeah,
Do you remember that?
Norman, he's big into like Japan and like the Asian culture.
Okay.
So I follow him on Instagram, and this dude's creepy. Like, there's some stuff that he puts out there that
Such a creepy guy following on Instagram.
that I just don't understand.
Yeah.
It's really weird. So for him to partner up with Kojima, it makes perfect sense.
Well, when you saw him there
Yeah.
with an umbilical cord attached to a baby to him, and I'm like, yeah,
This is
pretty freaking
very Kojima, like, right there.
extremely Kojima.
A dude. Was it a dude, right? We can
Yes,
confirm.
Norman Reedus is a guy. Yes.
Yeah, all right. And he had an umbilical cord connected to a baby.
Obviously, it's symbolism.
Well, Arnold gave birth to a baby.
This is true.
Is this the reason why you guys are watching this series?
Yes. What was it called? It wasn't Mr. Mom. It was something else. I
I
can't remember what it was. Yeah. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger did give birth to a baby, believe it or not. So Kojima's back. He's free. He looks like he's happy. He looks like he's very happy.
Yes, yeah. He said it himself. He's like, I'm back.
Yes, he looked really good.
Motherfucker.
And I'm just gonna drop my pen here and say, Spider-Man on Insomniac Games.
All right.
Let me finish my statement, sir.
You dropped your pen. I thought you were done.
Oh,
you were
okay,
done.
I'm sorry. Let me pick it back up real quick before I drop this. Activision lost the rights to Spider-Man, and that went right back to Sony. And Sony picks it up and immediately gives it to an awesome team, Insomniac Games, Ratchet and Clank. I mean, these guys are one of the top-notch game developers. For them to get Spider-Man and to bring it, I'm gonna put it down now because now I'm done.
Okay.
What do you guys think of Spider-Man?
I don't.
At all? You don't care.
I don't. Listen,
What about you?
It's not a game that I will play, but I recognize Insomnia makes a good one of those, and it's if they could get a good license for it, they probably got the best one they could get for it.
yeah. See, this is the way I feel about it. If they have a free demo at Walmart, I'll play it.
Oh, don't worry.
Outside
It's
of
a
that-
Spider-Man game.
I'll play it.
will
Yeah,
be.
it's
It will be at Walmart.
so.
Okay, so I'm the only one excited for this. You guys suck. All right, and then they closed out the evening with actual gameplay from Days Gone. We spoke about that a moment ago. That was pretty
Alright.
intense. A pretty intense.
I was a little disappointing that that's what they chose to close with because I mean, well, in the sense that okay, so we already saw it, and they should have taken that demo and put it when that was being shown at the beginning, and it was an evening of like really good announcements. Now, last year they played a lot with the nostalgia factor. This year they didn't rely on that. They actually showed these are the games that are coming. So I was very excited about seeing the lineup, and then I was ready for that. And one more thing.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for that too.
And it didn't happen.
Go
Well,
ahead.
maybe it didn't.
Go ahead, sir, because I know
So-
you enjoyed the hell out of that.
So, this is how does it end?
What do you mean?
How does the gameplay end? What is he doing?
Oh, he's stranded.
What is he saying?
Oh, bring it on.
Bring it up. Huh?
Yeah. So I feel like they came in there, they smashed it, they put out some good titles, they put a really good
It's a
show,
good
and then they
allegory.
end it, and then they're like, "Come on, bring it."
Bring it on. Yeah.
As he say, Microsoft, come on, bring it now.
Yeah. So I feel like it goes back to kind of the shade that Microsoft was throwing a little earlier. And so they end up with this. They're like, bring it on. So that was my take on it.
That's a good take, sir. I'm not gonna lie.
So
a
that's
good
kind of how I
take.
see it.
Yes, yes. We tend to get, I don't know if it's because it's the last one or not, but we tend to get a little hyped up about the conferences when they're done and forget that Microsoft had a pretty
Oh
decent
no, they had
showing.
a really good
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
No,
yes.
I think they
And
did.
if you want to know our reactions on it, there's a video that
Yes,
we posted
we
about
were
them.
posted us. Also, the Ubisoft. We didn't do the other ones because they decided to do it on a Sunday.
Yes.
So let's rank them. What do you think? Should we start from the bottom to the top? Top to the bottom?
Wow, are we ranking them like all the press conferences?
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
If we start from the bottom, we have to start with PC gaming show.
Yeah.
Are we,
That was
again, not a show that's trying to contend with those.
yeah.
This is
still
just a little
at the bottom.
This is not the show that they're trying to contend.
All right, so PC gaming show. After
Does
that,
not go on this list.
I'm still gonna put it down. So whatever you say.
Because you hate PCs.
So who's after that? Who's the next not so bad one?
Probably.
Think
Ubisoft?
EA? Ubisoft?
Okay, from Ubisoft.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit.
My
higher
top
than
three: Sony,
Yeah, I say top
Ubisoft,
three.
Okay.
and Microsoft.
that. Okay. Yeah.
It would have to be. Yeah, I have to agree. Sony, Microsoft.
That's not what he said. But go ahead.
No, like
Well,
I mean,
Sony
it's-
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Sony first. Microsoft. And Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yeah, I kind of like Bethesda.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Sony, Microsoft, and Ubisoft.
See.
Yeah.
So
Ubisoft.
you lose.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't realize the competition.
Why are you putting a Ubisoft? You're giving the spot to something
Yes.
of someone else to Ubisoft.
Of someone else? No.
Yeah.
You had EA. EA. Okay, they showed
Bethesda,
Battlefield.
son. Bethesda.
Yeah. I mean, they have one thing that I really walked away from going, which was really good, and
What
that was
did
it.
Ubisoft have that you were excited?
I actually liked the Ghost Recon.
the Mexican
game. Yes.
thing. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What else?
I can't remember now, but I remember something else that was in.
We'll have to
I
rewatch
mean,
our
you just-
video.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think-
We'll replay the video and then I'll
Yeah,
mark it.
that-
We're gonna have to watch Bethesda's again.
Maybe I will. I don't think so. Well, guys, we're going to bring this to a wrap, and we hope you enjoyed our coverage on this. As always, follow us on goodgame.tech, and on Twitter, we're at @GGGamerGroup, and on Twitch and on Instagram, it's going to be Good Game Gamer Group. And finally on YouTube, where you can watch this video and all the other videos we're going to post, it's going to be Good Game bracketed GG.
Eventually, it'll have a better title.
Yes.
But
So more subscribers, and we'll have a
we need
much
some
easier
subscribers.
title.
yes.
Any last words before we go?
This was a very funny 3. I mean, it's just started, of course. There's gonna be announcement throughout the week, but I am very pleased, and I can't wait for PlayStation VR, man.
What about you, sir?
Stay tuned for the after hour show where no, I'm just kidding.
The after-hour party where we get drunk.
And just
we
start
were-
talking trash about all the damn press conferences. Well, it was a pleasure, guys, and we'll see you next time.
GG!